Alright, here we go.
Oh, this quite the bloody water we have.
Oh yeah, how do you like the map, Russian? Did I promise too much? It just looks awesome. You have these rivers of blood.
It does look pretty cool, actually.
And there's like bones in them and stuff. It's like
Yeah.
a very Warhammer themed map.
Yeah.
Kind of strange we're not seeing chaos. Like, look
like
at the skulls.
Pretty
Look at the
key.
skulls.
Is there bone giants bones in the background?
Who knows? But I know if I had to play on this map,
This is kind of creepy.
I would bring. Yeah, it is. I would bring some necromancers so I could raise all the dead. Like raise this big skull beast that's
You
over here.
should get. You know, if you use like a summon on this map, you should get two. Two summons with one.
Yeah.
2 units.
Exactly, and
Anyway.
especially as Ghost with all the water. Yeah, you can take the North skins. I'll go over the green
Alright,
skins.
so take over my. Well, not my Norse skins, but you know.
Mhm.
Actually, I hate them more than green skins. You know. But anyway, time to go over the Norse skins. We do have at least 2 Marauder Horsemen in the back. Don't think there's any more. We have some Marauder Berserkers as well. 3 of those up front. 4 Marauders, just the cheap meat shield. We do have some Skin Wolves. 3 of those actually. Wolfric the Wanderer himself with, I would expect, Hunter Champions indeed. There it is. And what else do we have? Is there a Fimir somewhere? Yes, there is. We have the Fimir of Fire with Burning Head and the Arcane Conduit, as well as Scroll of Power. And let's not forget the Cascading Fire Cloak and Kindle Flame. So I think I didn't miss anything of the Norskins. You can go over the greenskins and looks like they're starting again.
A pretty straightforward army, just gonna rush forward here it seems, but what do you expect from Northcan? I'm interested to see that Scroll of Power. Looks like he wants to cast 2 Burning Heads in quick succession, overwhelm the greenskins. So Satsuma with the 6 Missile Cav, it's going to give him the advantage here on this big map, at least starting early on. He will do damage that only the Skin Wolves will be able to heal up. They do end up taking the shots. And there's 2 giants waiting forward. Spork Biggins. 5 units. And then there's Wurzag with the Effigy of the Git. And a couple other spells, the AoE spells. There's also the 8-peak Loonies. Forest Goblin. Spider Riders on the flanks. So it looks like the Norskins will have to try to close the gaps with them and the Goblin army, or the Greenskin army, while not taking, well, the damage on their Skin Wolves or on their Marauders as much as possible. Not on their
Marauder got
Berserkers.
hit. So, Fimir is getting ready. We'll see what's he gonna cast his big old burning head on. It's gonna be quite interesting. Skin Wolves are pushing forward because they're trying to ensure that the Goblin Wolf Rider archers don't hit the Marauder Berserkers. The Marauder Berserkers are, you know, they have low armor and they don't even have a shield and they cannot heal. So,
Yep.
that's they're pretty weak to fire ranged.
But Wurzag is targeting them with spells, so it's not like they're just taking damage from the archers. They're also taking damage from the spells, although the spell damage so far seems pretty alright. I like what Alrik is doing here, using the Skin Wolves to soak
Yes.
the ammo and then just regenerate it right back up again. A lot of the arrows are going into the Marauders, so not too much not too much value from all the missile cav.
Yeah, it's pretty good play from Alrik actually. Like I really like that you're pointing out. And yeah, he got a cheeky charge but didn't do much. Oh, he's gonna engage back again. And here comes the Burning Head, maybe? Yes,
Yep,
there
first
it is.
of many, burning the Skin Wolves a little bit, and the Biggins, and the Spider Riders. And then the boat comes in as well. Man, he just wants this flank gone, and it is gone.
Yeah.
One of the Skin Wolves does get terrified off, but should be able to escape. Ooh, it's losing models.
Yes,
Losing quite a few
13.
models. Well, there's
Wolfric's
13
there
guys
too.
left.
Mhm.
Maybe if Satsuma... Well, it's just a terror route, so it's not a full route. So it's not like he could chase them off. But now the two giants have engaged on Wulfric, and that might not be the best engagement for the big furry.
Oh, effigy of the Git on Wulfric, so Wulfric's gonna get smacked by giants. We'll see. Although the
Maybe.
Skinwolves are...
Yeah, the Skinwolves are helping out, but there is some infantry here as well helping them out. They're running into Biggins, they don't like that too much. I think Wulfric is being poisoned. He is being poisoned, and the They Need Stabbin is still active, so he's taking a lot of damage and probably wants to get out of there. Another Burning Head.
Nice dodge from Satsuma. Every single unit, he moved like 3 units away from the that Burning Head in different directions. That was nothing got hit. Very nice play.
Yeah, but with that being said, his infantry does seem to be suffering a little bit. This Biggin is routing, this Biggin is holding, but soon to be outnumbered. And well, he's sending in the 8p Cloonies now and sort of blobbing up a lot of his units. I think Wulfric has to get away before he dies or takes the next effigy.
I mean, it looks like he's dying, but he still has 4,000 HP. So
yeah, the deceptiveness of Wulfric. When you think he's low on hit points, he still has more hit points than most of the units on the field.
Yes.
The nice 10k hit point pool. So, 2 critical units we haven't really commented on yet. Here are the Marauder Horsemen, if they can get all their javelins off. The Giants will go down, I think.
Yeah, and
so Satsuma has to try and do something about those guys.
These Goblin Wolf or Right Archers are doing some interesting things, you know, just charging into Marauders, Marauder Berserkers, just being annoying and routing them off. Another boat! Actually, I feel like that killed more Marauder Berserkers than it killed anything else.
Yeah, and then the Marauder
Head.
Berserkers also got hit by a Brain Burster. And there's another Burning Head. Once again, Satsuma seems to be reacting to it pretty well. Oh, the Spider Rider? No, the Spider Rider also reacting to the Burning Head very well. Just expert play there.
Yep. Ooh, the Goblin Big Boss is, you know, he's engaged with the Skinwolves. But, you know, the Skinwolves can potentially come back now, but they're gonna get chased. Very nice.
Yeah, one advantage of all this light cavalry is that when these Skinwolves do rout, you're able to chase them off. I think this unit is just gone. That's 12 Skinwolves being chased by a 400 gold unit.
Also, one giant is really hammering Wulfric. We'll see. It's kind of on its own there. But the other giant is coming into support, so we'll see.
Getting hugged now by the Skinwolf. Still taking some javelins, but yeah, the other giant is here. I think it's probably wise to retreat there. That missile completely missed. Wulfric just the master. He's the Neo of Warhammer, just dodging those missiles like they're nothing. It's because if in case someone in chat doesn't know, it's because the guys aiming the missiles, they actually aim at Wulfric, who is sitting on that little howdah there. Well, it's not little, he's sitting on this huge howdah. Instead of just aiming at the mammoth. The mammoth is the big target, but yeah, they're just not smart enough.
Right, Skinwolves came back, one of them. 10 models left, so we'll see what they can do in the late game.
There's a boat.
Ooh,
not doing too much actually.
Yeah.
So, balance of power is looking pretty even. I would even say somewhat Norska favorite. How do you see this battle developing, Prince?
Well, if Wulfric stayed there, would have gone really well for Greenskins, but he went out, so I actually think with the regen that the Norskins have, they might be able to take this, because they still have 3 Skinwolves. Yeah, and one of them is coming back. Yeah, it has 10 models, but
and they're winning this fight on the flank. So. But oh, it's the next effigy. And is this enough to kill Wulfric?
That's big.
He has 2k health, but he's also pretty close to routing. And I think if he routs, he's not coming back. Giants are still slapping him. Oh man, look at him pounding him.
Yeah, this is gonna change the situation for sure.
I think Fimir is getting stomped as well.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna try, but will he hit? Or is he gonna dodge? Yeah.
Another Burning Head. Lost count, I think that's like the 4th Burning Head.
He's gonna burn the Marauder Horseman.
Yeah. Oof. Marauder Horseman being committed to save Wulfric, but kind of getting mulched in the process. And yeah, I think the Skinwolves are really good, but they're not the best at fighting giants when they have no leadership support. And the Biggins are still here as well.
Wulfric changed routing? Like he was routing one way, and then he changed his direction.
Yeah.
Though he wasn't being chased.
Weird, but Yeah, sometimes units that route, all the time units that route just behave very strangely to me. But was that a good game or what? It was very high level
That was
play
very
from
close.
both sides.
I think, without that effigy, probably Norskins would take it.
Hmm.
Because they still had 3 skin wolves with decent model counts on the field. He was able to snipe out Wolfric, which is kind of hard to say that, like
Yeah,
snipe out
usually it's the
Wolfric, the
other
guy
way
with so
around.
much HP. Snipe Wolfric.
Yeah, so Satsuma takes the 1-0 lead, 1 win away from the playoffs.
Yeah. Will he pull an Anticity? We'll see.
Hmm.
Has anyone else won 2-0 so far? I don't think so.
No,
Like everything. Yeah.
no. Last week it was Random Nix. He dropped 1 game to Astolfo.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not to Astolfo, to Gobbo Slayer. Yeah, he lost his first game to Gobbo Slayer, then won 2-0 against Astolfo. Pretty close series there as well. I think the friendly fire from Burning had cost Norska. Yeah, I mean, in games that are that close, all those little things matter. I think it was mostly that first engagement with Wulfric taking a lot of damage from the 2 giants, which were really clutch there. I feel like Marauder Horsemen really needed to be around to deal with them, but there were a lot of counters on the greenskin side, and when you don't have the mobility advantage, the other guys can just chase your units, as we saw, and those units are very cheap, so it's not like you're committing a large part of your army to it. A very good use of the light cavalry there by Satsuma. And I said there were 5 big uns, but I was wrong, because that would have been against the rules. You only have 4. There were 4 big uns and an orc boy. They had the same icon, so I said 5 big uns.
Alright, so he wants to see the map. There you go.
They killed like 4 units of their own. Yeah,
Yes.
that hurt
Not
quite a bit.
not only did Satsuma dodge the burning heads, they hit his opponent.
Yeah, the
Cast the
collateral
burning heads.
damage. And I think it has something to do with how Satsuma responded to those burning heads, also how he positioned his army. Just made it quite difficult to, get those casts off without compromising your own line.
I'm wondering if about pendulum, even though 'cause at least that it's pretty hard to miss with that and to react to
Yeah,
that.
it's
so-
like safer, but will probably do less because it's
Yes.
you don't expect many armored units from the
Yeah.
greenskins. You
Yeah.
kinda expect savage orcs to a degree. So yeah. I think the burning head is better here
Yes.
than the pendulum, but you could use the pendulum as well. Like even if you just delete 1 biggin, it's already 800 gold value. It's quite a bit. But I think biggins, due to their formation, might not be as susceptible to pendulum. Well, it probably still kills them pretty well, but I think burning head is more efficient against them.
Yeah.
Assuming
but
a good
it's
hit.
assuming a hit.
Yeah.
And so against good players, burning head is worse than pendulum. Say. None of the burning head. There were a couple burning heads, and none of them hit. Satsuma just managed to dodge them because you do get more time with burning head, so to react than the pendulum. All right, so there we go. But it does feel wrong to bring the pendulum to some extent. But,
So yeah. We're all hoping this doesn't go to a 2-0. But it's possible, so I'm going to tell the other guys to go set up their game already. Hopefully this time the message does get through.
Alright. We're still thinking about it. What we're doing. Want to see more Bretonians. More Empire. Alrik plays all the factions I like except Norska. I like seeing Bretonians, Empire and High Elves on the field.
Oh, there you go. He's listening to you,
Yeah, there you
Bretonia
go.
High Elves. Really
He just,
good combo.
yeah, just wanted confirmation from me.
I wonder what Satsuma will answer with. I think he might not go for Tomb Kings, his other preferred faction, because, well, Bretonia is kind of iffy to deal with. Although I think Tomb Kings are not, you know, in as much trouble against Bretonia as some people make it out to be. But especially High Elves are just really tough, I feel, for the Tomb Kings.
Watch him pick the High Elves and then get destroyed by Bretonia. No, he's not gonna do that.
I think he's too smart for that.
um,
Norska could be a good pick here. Now the tricky thing is though, we are on a Estalian map, so both players start on a bit of a high ground. So you might want to think about taking a faction that can hold the ground and make use of that high ground.
yeah. You can't pick the dwarfs either here. Like, we're gonna run into High Elves. Go against Bretonia. So it's also like two good picks from Alrik. Yeah. High Elves make up for the Bretonian weaknesses.
Yep. Lizardman may be a nice pick here, although I can't say I've seen Satsuma play them.
And here comes the coast, Kappa.
I mean, it is a good combo, right? When greenskins are out of the picture. When you think about it, Dark Elves, not the greatest into Bretonia. Dwarves, not the greatest into High Elves. Tomb Kings, not the greatest into High Elves. Counts, not the greatest into High Elves.
Yes.
Norska, I think, is possibly the best pick here.
Yeah. Really thinking about it. Yeah, I'll like put him on the spot.
Oh yeah.
It would be funny if he picks Wood Elves and the faction that gets countered by both Bretonian and High Elves, despite Alrik. Yeah, I'm curious. I think you might be right with Norska, but let's see.
He's definitely thinking about it, because he was pretty fast picking it earlier.
I mean, he could also pick Bretonia. Force the Bretonia mirror match.
Oh, that could be an idea. Bretonia Mirror, probably one of the ones that is not the worst.
Yeah, but Alrik's probably ready for that. And Alrik would probably end up the winner in that as well. So
yeah, challenging him at Bretonia is maybe not the best idea. It would definitely be a confidence pick. What other factions? Empire? Not the greatest into Bretonia, I suppose, but it's not a bad fight either.
I think I like Empire. Oh, Skaven.
Skaven, yeah, I was just about to say, like, if you think about the factions he plays regularly, and Skaven definitely be a thing here. I think that's what we're getting.
Are we getting Skaven Bretonia? Let's see.
Yeah, I think Alrik will go Bretonia if it's into Skaven. He just won that matchup. Sure, he showed his build, but I think his build was sort of map specific there, and he has other tricks he can pull as well. Like, we hadn't commented on it, but it was a Bretonia build without peasant archers. How often do you see that? And especially, how often do you see that winning when it does happen?
Yeah.
So, I think on this map, we might, I mean, if it ends up being that matchup, we might see more peasant archers. Although, you know, trebs to try and hold the high ground might be a thing again. The Skaven.
Yeah. Now we just confirmed the pick. All right, let's see Britonia.
Yeah, there we go. You're on your last life. At least in the best of 3. It doesn't make sense to save your best faction for later, I think.
Yeah.
I feel like in these groups, all of them, we've been getting so much Britonia. I love it.
Yeah. Better than getting Coast all the time.
Yeah, we had a lot of Ghost as well. Not yet today. Might see them later. Evil Star and Swarf are already ready to go. That's good. I mean, they'll have to wait a little bit if it does go to a ace match here, but yeah, I'm thinking of the viewer experience here as well, limiting the downtime.
If anyone in this group is gonna take Coast, I think it'll be Even Star. Most likely. Now, could we see a group that's coastless though? We'll see. Would be something.
Yeah. I think Doom Wheels are nice here, but I think Satsuma dislikes them, says J Phoenix.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see. I can't recall him using Doom Wheels. I saw him use Ikit Claw once, but I don't think he was on a Doom Wheel. Or maybe he was on a Doom Wheel. It was in the Skaven Mirror against Crabling, which was an amazing game.
Yeah,
Skaven Mirror.
That's an amazing. It sounds weird. Oh, Skaven Mirror.
And so tense, man. I was really on the edge of my seat there.
Yeah.
It was almost like a final. Because it was like the match between the two guys who, well, either of them would get 3rd place.
Yep.
Which, I mean, when Falcon and Soothsayer are in the tournament, it's kind of the, I wouldn't say the thing you aim for, but it's like an acceptable result. At the very least. I mean, losing to Crabling also would have been an acceptable result, but you know what I mean. Like you,
yeah.
If you won that match, then from that point on, you were never the favorite.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Suit's gone into, you know,
hibernation.
yeah. He did end up losing in the DCL. Yeah.
Yeah. Against Zach B. Sane.
Zach B. Sane.
Zach B. Sane or Zach Spain. I always prefer saying Zach Spain. It sounds better.
Yeah, it does.
But I think it's actually written Zach B. Sane.
Okay.
Zach Spain.
Yeah,
sounds
Zach
better.
Spain
So maybe we should
better.
all just start calling him Zach Spain.
Zach Spain.
Zach Spain. And then force him to change his nickname.
Actually, I should have him on my friends list. Yeah, his entire name is with lowercase letters, so yeah. Should be Zach Spain, right?
He's actually in game right now, I think.
No, I don't see
2
him.
hours ago. Yeah, it is actually Zach B. Sane. Yeah. But that, like, why? I mean, there's probably a reason. Maybe it's like, it's probably some way of incorporating his own nickname.
Yeah.
I mean, his own name into his nickname.
I mean, at least he didn't use his full real life name. Not the greatest idea.
Yeah, we had a guy in our moderator team. Well, had being the key word on the Back to Warcraft channel, was using his real name, and he was also a politician.
Oh, okay, that's definite no then, I guess.
And like the first thing that came up if you searched his name was like how he was fighting for transgender rights and stuff like that, which is perfectly fine, but it's like probably not something you want internet trolls you come into contact with as a moderator to know. So, yeah.
Oh.
Using your real name online, maybe not the best.
No.
Alright, we're loading in. Will we see the 2-0 here? I mean, I kinda favor Alrik. It is his Bretonia. He won this matchup last time. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, we will see. Skaven starting on a nice little elevated deployment zone, so.
Yeah, that could actually help the Skaven, that's true.
Yeah.
Right, Prussian, take it away. What do the Bretonians bring?
So, Bretonia. We have the Fey Enchantress on her. Is she on her unicorn? She got moved. Is she? All right, there she is. She's not on her unicorn. She's just being floaty with the Life Bloom, Mystic Lady, Awakening Wood, Earth Blood, and Chalice of Potions. We have 2 paladins, both on foot as well. Double Guardian. Interesting choice. Then we have 2 Knights of the Realm on the right, 2 Knights of the Realm on the left, and another single unit of Grail Knights. So this build reminds me of a different build he brought, just a little bit. Not exactly the same one, but you know, still 2 Trebs, still a bunch of Battle Pilgrims and Spearmen at Arms, but again, no Peasant Bowmen, and there is, however, the Beast Slayers of Baston over here, so that is a difference, you know. But he just removed the mounts from single entities for more money, basically, compared to the other build we saw him use, I think.
Yep, and it seems pretty smart because if you have all those flyers, you could expect the airnet from the Skaven being brought. I mean, it didn't bother him too much last time, but it seems Satsuma took the gamble and just didn't bring the airnet at all. No wasted money there. Is the Liber Bubonicus, the Rod of Corruption, Stand Your Ground, Pestilent Birth, and Vermintide. So lots of summons this time. Last time there were some other spells, which, as chat pointed out, were limiting the amount of summons that we saw. Once again, no Peasant Archers. That's interesting.
Yeah.
And we have the 1 Warp Lightning Cannon. So it might actually be the Skaven who have to go forward again. So there's
I think so.
Council Guard Storm Vermin and 2 Helped Abominations, which are quite common in Satsuma's builds, and also the 2 Assassins. So this is pretty much a rematch from the last time they played this matchup. Very similar builds. I remember at that time Satsuma was a bit surprised by how the blob fight went between the heroes, because he lost that fight. But this time, he will probably be a bit more careful about taking that engagement, if he can avoid it, at least. The Rat Ogre, Poison Wind Mortars, and the Council Guard Storm Vermin. So this battle will probably start off a little bit slow, with the Warp Lightning Cannons probably trying to outshoot the Blessed Field Trebuchet, which I don't think is going to work.
No. You're gonna beat the lightning cannon, probably. We'll see. We'll see, though.
The trap's surprisingly good in RT battles.
Yeah.
And Skaven artillery, very rickety, falls apart quite easily when hit.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Straight hit on the Helped Abomination. Didn't seem to do too much though.
Alright, now he should be targeting the Warp Lightning Cannon.
And Alrik dropped
Yes.
his trebuchet.
He's running away. Okay.
They're shooting at us,
put
run
him in.
away! Yeah, RT duel to start this off.
That was cool.
More shots coming in. Does he drop them again? No. Yeah, that was a big hit. RT model is still alive though. He is once again dropping it.
Oh, this is...
Pulling out.
I bet he's just annoying the micro of Satsuma. He's making him switch targets all the time.
Yeah, and this
Because one of
spreads the
them's running out
damage,
of
right?
range.
I mean, if you have guard mode on, it's not the biggest deal, but he now has to switch targets to this trap, and so the next shot will hit this trap and probably not destroy a piece here. So we could now shoot at this one again, so yeah, it's just, you know, being a little bit annoying, as you said. Being annoying usually means you're doing something right.
Ooh, the poison wind mortars are actually in range, so they are hitting some of the spearmen. And looks like, you know, Alrik is preparing the flanks, so he's doing a great job there because he's going on the right side, so that allows him to get on top of that hill unopposed there, so he won't be fighting on uneven ground.
Alrik doing a good job there, dodging that poison wind mortar, but of course, one hit means you take 600 damage, something I hope will be addressed in the next match. I do not like it one bit, but it is what it is. And the warp lightning cannons, yeah, they're slowly losing that RT battle, but I think Satsuma is still making the right choice, trying to get as much value out of it, because if he rushes forward, he just loses it anyway, right?
Yeah, I would say he definitely loses if he rushes forward. He did finally take out the model of one Treb unit, at least. Again, it's one regular Treb and one blessed.
Also using the stand your ground now to keep this warp lightning cannon in the field, and he hasn't lost a single model yet on his warp lightning cannon, so while I think the trade will not favor him in the end, he's making it as good as he can given the situation.
Yeah. He will still have to attack. So it's still gonna be horrible for him, I would guess. Looks like another model went down. That Treb. That's not bad.
Yep, and it's on the blessed Treb, so... Oh, did he get it? Nope.
I really thought the warp lightning cannons would be dead by now.
Yeah, just not losing models, but I think it's the crew that's in trouble.
Yes.
Most of all, a couple more shots and they will rout as they do. Yeah, they've done an admirable job at fighting these Trebs. I think more than the unit loss, the tactical disadvantage this will bring will not be.
Finally, one model goes down of the warp lightning cannon.
Will not be easy to deal with, yeah. And Alrik is even investing Awakenings of the Wood. Try and get rid of this warp lightning cannon, so quite a bit of magic being spent there. I think 14 wins of magic so far. But the thing is, Satsuma still has his poison wind mortar. He's only cleaning up some infantry with it though. Probably wants to use it on the cav or on the beast slayers more than on this cheap infantry.
Battle pilgrims being targeted. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what Alric's doing, exposing his more expensive units. It's like a mistake, but yeah, he's gonna pull them back now. Oh, I like how Satsuma replied to the attack from the hill. It's a good movement. Ooh, we'll see if poison wind mortars hit the cap. They did. They did. So.
And 10 warp lightning cannon crew are rallying to start shooting again.
That'd be annoying.
Yeah, good value on the Knights of the Realm. I do feel like the Skaven will run out of range tools here eventually, and when they have to push through those traps, that's when Alrik's grand plan will unfold.
Ha! Value from peasant mob, forcing the poison wind mortars to run away. Just the peasant mob.
Yeah, Alrik not waiting for that warp lightning cannon to come back online, or this poison wind mortar to spend the rest of its ammo, just going for the attack right now.
Yeah.
That worked out for him against Evenstar, we'll see if it works out again. Cycle charge, pulling back the Knights of the Realm, although I think some of them will die. Yeah, one knight got knocked off his horse there.
Oh, that chalice will miss. Yeah, big miss from the chalice. That awakening won't though, but
what did he put
it
on? Did he want to hit the council guard? It seemed a little wasted.
No, he put it on the poison wind mortars.
Yeah, I don't think it will. That's the second battle in a row we see him attempting that, but I just don't think it works out very well. On the left flank he's getting a good engagement though. The Rat Ogres fighting against the Fae, and the Paladins, and the Beast Slayers. Everything is anti-lords, they need to get out of there.
Oh, one health pit is also on its own. We're gonna get attacked here. Ooh, but the poison wind mortar is hitting so much of the cav there as well.
Yeah, it might have been a bait with the help pit actually. Like, come kill my help pit. And the Fae! He's getting shanked.
Ooh, yeah.
No. Oh no.
Double assassin. Yeah.
At the same time, though, the rat ogres are being routed, so I think the Fae will be back. I think it's not over yet for her.
Yeah. She needs to be taken care of soon. But the beast slayers are there, and they're gonna do quite a bit of work.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I don't think
Nice.
the assassins. I mean, maybe with Skrull's help, they can take out the paladins. They're definitely pretty tough. Rival High Talisman has now been popped, so Satsuma really wants to win this fight before the Fae comes back. Fae is now healing herself.
That's
The
Yeah,
Warp
she's at
Lightning
5
cannons are
leadership.
still alive. I think they're trying to target the Fae.
Oh yeah, they are. We'll see.
Did that Awakening of the Wood just hit the Beast Slayers? Kinda looks like
Sure.
it. Alrik's play has been solid today, but some friendly fire has been happening in his games.
Yeah, some of those rat ogres are coming back too. Beast slayers are still alive. Those beast slayers are being heroes right now. But the one paladin's going down.
Yeah, I mean, there's the Hell Pit. There's 2 assassins, there's Skrulk, and you know, the Trebs are firing away, but the Skaven are doing what they tend to do, which is forming a blob. I'm just not sure if the blob will be able to hold. I mean, it's just low leadership troops like Skaven slaves. They have nothing to chase. And yeah, the Bretonians can just keep charging in and out.
Yeah. Paladin will come back as well eventually. So it's not the end of the world, but that beast slayer is still there, still fighting. It's gonna get some hits on the Hellpit Abomination now. So.
And Hellpit's notoriously bad at fighting infantry. So they will be trying to get some hits on the cavalry, but as long as they're stuck in the spears, I think they're going to take a lot of damage over time.
One paladin is focused as well now. Yeah, look at that. He's gonna go down. That's very good engagement for Satsuma.
Another Chalice of Potions there hitting the Council Guard. And yeah, one thing about blobbing up like this is that the draining aura from the Fae can come in, but I think she's currently not feeling too comfortable. And another Liberus hitter, is that going to be enough to kill her? Well, that would be disastrous. No, she does have that magic resistance.
Yeah, but again, keeps making mistakes with the paladins and getting them attacked by like he has one single entity and they get hit by like 3 other single entities, 2 assassins and Skrull. So it's what's making Alrik lose, I think, here.
Yeah, the blob is looking really strong at this point because the Hellpits can still heal for quite a bit. The Council Guard are there giving that Guardian to Lord Skrulk and the Assassin, and of course Skrulk has his own AoE abilities, reducing leadership, reducing melee attack, and when the Rod of Corruption is active, is also dealing damage, so he's kind of a Mortis engine all to himself in a way.
Paladin's gonna get focused now. I don't think he's coming back. So yeah, the Trebs are still up. So
yeah, they've just been firing away and they'd never run out of ammo, man. But yeah, it looks like Bretonia has run out of steam. I think the best thing to do right now might be falling back to the Trebs, trying to heal up as much as possible, and then, you know, kind of maybe cycle charge these Skaven as they're coming towards you.
Faye is getting attacked by rat ogres, but that's too few to actually kill her. Although she's on 600 HP and she does have support from Knights of the Round, so
The Knights
that's a
come
win
to
there.
rescue.
Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't over. I mean, the Fae can still heal up quite a bit. The Trebs will do some work. The Council Guard especially. The Skaven have to move across the field while getting cycle charged.
Depends on the Winds of Magic. Depends on how many heals there are, I'd say. Because there's the Paladin that also got quite a lot to heal. That came back. He's on very low HP right now, but so should start seeing. And once we get some heals, the balance of power is going to change a bit, I'd say.
Yeah, Hellpits are of course regenerating, and yeah, if you charge into them, you can't do it for free. They're always going to get a couple of kills in return. It's even just imperfect synchronization attacking those knights. How they're kind of glitching into each other as they're making their attack animations. Oh man. They're truly too horrible to die.
Yeah, I mean, so it looks like he's just gonna keep cycling with the cavalry while the tribs fire away at the
I think
single
that's the correct
entities.
play right now.
Yeah.
But the problem with that is it takes a long time, and anything that takes a long time is great for these Hellpit Abominations. It's really hard to focus one of them down as well. And there's
think
another
so.
Rod of Corruption.
Some peasant bowmen would have been good.
Yeah, the fire arrows, right? Fire arrows.
Yeah. Imagine the poison on the blob, one of them. Yeah. I don't think there's like any build where you don't want one pox peasant bowman with one pox arrow. Just one, if nothing. You don't want to
Yeah.
bring any.
Yeah, I get your point. Maybe felt like he needed all the other elements of his army. There's something to be said for that, but yeah. There were definitely blob fights, and poison could have helped, but I think most of all that first engagement with the phase would cost him in the end, because he had the tools to win that fight, and now it seems, you know, he's doing his best, but he can't really break this, I think.
Yeah. I mean, against Skaven, you should expect the blob fight
Yes.
as well. So you need tools against that. And pox arrows are a great tool against that.
Yeah. The traps, technically as well, they're doing a good job on the Storm Vermin, but there's this one model of Storm Vermin here that's still applying the
Oh my goodness.
physical resistance. And honestly, guys, I think that's silly. Like, how is one model of a Council Guard playing Guardian for 3 different heroes? I think if the 8-peak loonies get the treatment where it doesn't work, where their ability doesn't work below a certain amount of health, the same thing should apply to the Council Guard, because that's kind of silly. Then again, of course, if there's only one guy left, it can't be too difficult to kill him and get rid of him. But oh, actually, would you look at that? The Hellpit Abomination got a little isolated. Summon is coming in to try and help it, and I thought it was going to die there.
So help it dying, but getting assisted by someone that was going to help it.
I was wondering if you would catch on to that. Yeah. It was totally not intentional. So yeah, that was a very good attack, showing that Alrik still has teeth in this battle. Just give the man a small opening and he will jam his knife into it. But even with that, I mean, if he had managed to kill the Hellpit, then I would say could have equalized the battle, but right now I just don't see it.
Yeah.
Satsuma is smart, he's keeping that Hellpit where he needs to keep it. And
Yeah.
there was a big heal though, healing up the paladins, but yeah, one of them is not really in fighting shape.
That blob is not gonna die.
No. I mean, technically with the right RNG, Scroll could very quickly die, and then who knows what happens, but I feel like he's just keeping the next Rod of Corruption for the next big fight, and that's gonna swing it in his favor too quickly.
Potential heals from
the bullseye on the last Storm Vermin on the trap. Give them a promotion. There he lies, the last Storm Vermin.
If it was a field trebuchet that did that, now it's gonna be blessed. Anyway, the engagement is
one Hellpit is really low, couple hits and it could turn into a Skaven Slave here. The well-timed summon. Once again, the Hellpit is not dying. Stand your ground, being used very well.
Yeah. Paladin got pushed out, which is good for it. It's having a hard time getting back into the fight.
Assassin's Trophy on the Fane. I think she's getting killed, and I think that's the end for Britonia.
Double assassin on her.
Yep. Getting ganked. Paladins not able to reach her and protect her.
Nope.
And this Hellpit gets it's too horrible to die. Yep. And that seals the fate of the Britonians. I mean, a little bit faster than otherwise, and that's again your prediction coming through.
Except it wasn't a 2-1.
That is true. I was trying to ignore that, make it seem like you were a Prince Stradamus once again, but you had to ruin it. Okay, so